Greetings, dear friends, it is my hope that our material will be useful to you. Man is tormented by many things. One of the most painful experiences is the feeling of time. It is important to understand that time is a subjective, purely psychological phenomenon. Objectively, time does not exist. How does the sense of time arise? Many of you have probably noticed that the feeling of time is associated with waiting. You wait for the end of the working day and imagine that it is approaching. It seems to you that this event is coming, but from where? From your imagination. In fact, the event is happening all of a sudden. The following mental experiment will help you understand this. Imagine that a butterfly has landed on your shoulder. The event happened suddenly because you weren't expecting it. There was no expectation, so there was no sense of time about the event. When a person waits for something, his life turns into suffering, interrupted by brief moments of satisfaction, after which the longing of waiting begins again. The work day is over and you are waiting to go home. When you return, you begin to wait for dinner to heat up. During dinner, you wait until you can sit down on your favorite couch and relax. Then you are immersed in waiting for sleep. We are constantly in a stream of anticipation, and so it seems to us that the future and the past are real. In fact, the past exists only in your memory, it doesn't exist anywhere else. The future also exists only in your imagination. Outside there is only the now. Why does it seem to people that life is like a thread? Where does this strange image come from? Let's imagine that we have pearls that symbolize events in a person's life. We seem to move from one event to the next one by one. By stringing anticipated events on the thread of memory, we get an imaginary thread of life. Imagine that you have stopped expecting future events. Now every moment has become unique and spontaneous, like the arrival of a butterfly on your shoulder. The thread of memory no longer exists, the pearls crumble and the sense of time disappears. Enjoy what is happening now. Dive into the present moment. Relax and feel what is happening. Gradually you will no longer be distracted by memories and imagination. The past and the future will disappear, they are already gone. We wait for events that we think will bring a sense of happiness. But happiness is not comfort and serenity. Happiness is a very intense feverish state that is unpleasant for a sensitive person. Dissolve the inner tension, create ease and peace within yourself, and then you won't have to live in anticipation of happiness. Also, waiting and feeling the time creates feelings of boredom, sadness, and longing. Almost everyone treats ennui and boredom negatively. What do I mean by that? People try to get away from it all with various distractions. And for nothing. Boredom will come knocking throughout life. We'll have to become real marathon runners to get away from it. But we won't. Why are sadness and longing so unpopular? Because they bring discomfort. Human beings always carry discomfort. For some it is more profound, for others less. There is an unalterable connection. The more a person goes out for entertainment, the more boredom awaits him in domestic silence. And vice versa, the greater a person's inner discomfort, the greater his need for entertainment. Internal problems are not solved by merry-go-rounds. If you want to get rid of boredom, you have to stop running away from it. You must love it, that is, accept it. When it presents itself, begin to enjoy it. It's like stale bread, you put it in your mouth and it doesn't taste good. But if you chew it for a few minutes, you'll be surprised that you've never had better bread. You have to chew it carefully and with pleasure. Feel how the saliva is released and soaks into the dry piece, making it fresh and pleasant. It's the same with boredom. Don't run away from it to your friends or to the movies. Start enjoying it. Try it. As you enjoy it, you'll notice a calmness that consumes you. Let the boredom come out of you. Let it come out. It wants to leave you, but you are blocking it within yourself with your tension. When it comes out of you, contentment and peace will take its place. Completely gratuitous. You sit there doing nothing and you feel good. You feel the energy of joy begin to fill you. Explore your sense of time, look at your expectations, observe how boredom is born. There will come a moment when time will cease to exist for you, expectations will dissolve and boredom will be reborn in peace. Thank you to all who share and support this work.